and you can feel the raw excitement from the look on their faces. The truth is you can find us wherever you are. Just look up, we're flying high with the stars, cause tonight is the night. Bright lights, high crowd, yeah, we leave the throat down. Everybody get loud. Tonight is the night. Eight wins, can't miss when we burn it to the ground. Everybody get down. Tonight, tonight.
Hello again, everybody, live on Monday Night Raw! As we are on the way to the King of the Ring. We got 4 strong King of the Ring matches coming your way.
And we have a new #1 contender for the WEDF Championship and MVP, who dethroned The Miz on the last episode of Raw.
That's correct. A lot of big things happening on the red brand right now. I'm the Intercontinental Champion, Oshchex, being joined by none other than my best friend, Frank Dog. How you been, Frank?
I'm doing fine. We're live from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm excited for what's in store tonight. You said 2 huge King of the Ring matches.
4.
4, oh.
4. We got to get through our quarterfinals tonight here.
Oh, yes, that's right. And oh boy, here we go with the WEDF Champion Miz.
Who again, ladies and gentlemen, is not looking to be in the best of moods lately. You see that scowl on his face, ladies and gentlemen. You saw what happened on the last Raw. Miz had to go in the main event against a mystery opponent, and the anonymous Raw General Manager threw in a surprise that if that opponent could defeat The Miz, they would get a WEDF Championship title match against him at King of the Ring. Out comes none other than Montel Montavious Porter, who defeats The Miz, and as Frank said, MVP now gets the shot of a lifetime against The Miz at King of the Ring.
That's right, and I tell you what, though, I was completely shocked as well, thanks to MVP's appearance.
I was also surprised at the way MVP was handling himself, but speaking of handling himself, look at Miz!
He's living.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, he's acting pretty childish right now. This is the exact reason I never had any respect for Miz, if I had any to begin with, as the WEDF champion.
Well, maybe you were 100% last week, too.
You know, Miz is just out here whining. WEDF champion, you have to be ready for any and all challenges. Everybody wants a shot at Miz's title, and I think Miz thinks everybody should be bowing down to him and giving him an easy time.
How expected. Miz yet again trashing John Morrison.
Miz has absolutely no respect for anybody, Frank Dog. You should know this.
I know that. I'm not surprised. And speaking of no respect, here comes John Bradshaw Layfield, your American hero.
So-called American hero, the self-proclaimed wrestling god, and the new chairman of the new organization he has running called Layfield Incorporated.
Yes, Layfield Incorporated.
We did hear about some rumors on United, and I think JBL might be coming out here to address them.
Outsiders? You treated Samoa Joe like an outcast and outsider.
You know, it's that kind of attitude that gives us Americans a bad reputation around the world, Frank Dog.
Looks like Christian's a proud United States champion. Locked up.
Locked up! He pinned him at Rebellion! Proving that Night of Champions was no fluke, but speaking of no flukes, here comes MVP and Christian together!
Business is about to pick up here.
Seems like they both have something to say against JBL and Miz. There you go. MVP spelling it out right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh. A footnote. Strong words. That's right. Maybe JBL's a fraud here.
Absolutely, and I mean both of these men standing up to what the how do you put it? The accusations that have been thrown their way by them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
I've got my phone ready. I've got a message to read. Whoa, 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 whoa. Before things get out of control, hang on. I just received an email from the anonymous general manager. Stop. MVP, Kristen, Miz, JBL, stop right now. No need to fight right now, because what I've done is I've scheduled a huge main event tonight. In our main event, it's going to be The Miz, the WEDF champion, and JBL teaming up against the team of MVP and Kristen. Good luck, gentlemen.
That is a huge main event, ladies and gentlemen. A big tag team main event. You heard it from Frank Dogg. JBL and The Miz teaming up against Christian and MVP later on tonight. You're not going to want to miss it.
Oh, that's going to be a huge blockbuster main event. All hell is going to break loose. And that's already adding to a very explosive edition of Raw. And oh boy, here we go. Opponents talking trash backstage already.
See Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre, they're backstage. They're getting ready for the first match that's going to kick off the night of the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament.
Oh, Hardy. I'll tell you what, though. JBL scorns some mojo, yet he has Drew McIntyre, someone from another country, in his cabinet. How does that make sense?
Go talk to JBL about that.
I think I'd rather not.
Probably just bias, I guess. I'm not JBL, so I can't answer that straight up.
I mean, even McIntyre had his visa expired. He's not an American. See, up next, though, like you said, the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament between McIntyre and Hardy are set to take place. McIntyre says he's sending a message to Jeff Hardy that he's going to beat him up next.
You know, Drew McIntyre calls himself the chosen one of the WEDF, and he is the Secretary of Foreign Affairs on Layfield Incorporated. You know, JBL is looking at both McIntyre and Eichorn to take home the King of the Ring crown for Layfield Incorporated. But Drew McIntyre really has his work cut out for him here tonight, as he's going to face Jeff Hardy.
Oh, yes, that's right. And Jeff Hardy is no easy opponent. You see, Jeff Hardy said he's going to be climbing back up the ranks to become King of the Ring and get back to the Miz.
Jeff Hardy looking to claim immortality. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. The Sinister Scotsman, Drew McIntyre, he's going to have to give Jeff Hardy the fight of his life and then some. We know Drew McIntyre is capable of doing it. As we remember many months back, we're all going to keep talking about this as long as we mention Drew McIntyre. That one match he had with Randy Orton, I think everybody saw a potential superstar in Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yes, that's right. And then Drew McIntyre defeated Ted DiBiase, albeit very controversially, at Rebellion. Drew McIntyre, if he can beat Jeff Hardy, this could really be the biggest victory of his career. And you know, you're not going to hear the end of it from McIntyre if he does beat Hardy.
Oh, you're not going to hear the end of it from JBL. You know JBL is especially going to be happy if his cohorts, his Secretary of Foreign Affairs, and his Chief of Staff prevail and get to the semifinals next week.
He's got to get through Jeff Hardy, and here he comes under a really strong ovation. Jeff Hardy and the Past United beat the Big Show.
That was a very huge upset, ladies and gentlemen. We all saw it. Jeff Hardy, take nothing away from him. He has a lot of heart. He has a lot of resiliency. Jeff Hardy refuses to quit. Jeff Hardy has been fighting too hard and too long to drop the ball now. And Jeff Hardy realizes that this King of the Ring tournament could be his last chance to become the WEDF champion. So it's win or it's go home for Jeff Hardy.
And that's what the slogan is of the King of the Ring tournament. The winner will launch you into immortality. Win or go home.
And don't forget about the great superstars who have become King of the Ring. Hell, the legends. You look at it. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Triple H.
Bret Hart.
Absolutely. The three of the biggest superstars in our industry were
Brock
former
Lesnar.
King of the Rings.
King
Brock
Booker.
Lesnar.
Kofi Kingston. List goes on and on. Edge.
Kurt Angle. This year has been really shaping out to be an interesting one in the King of the Ring tournament. We've seen some big upsets early. Like, I remember on the last Raw, we saw Shelton Benjamin defeat Chris Jericho. If Drew McIntyre can defeat Jeff Hardy here tonight, do you think that would be the same level of impact of an upset?
I'm not sure if it would be like an upset because Drew McIntyre has been, he's proved himself like against Randy Orton, nearly beating Orton. He's with some of the best.
Yes, but there's also the fact that, outside of that, Drew McIntyre has never really, faced or beaten main eventers in a, consistent streak, so to say. Jeff Hardy has. Jeff Hardy's proven that he can go to the top. Jeff Hardy has proven he belongs to be at the top of the mountain. Drew McIntyre has yet to prove that.
Well, yes, that's right. That's a good point, though. Jeff Hardy's beaten the likes of John Cena and Edge and Christian and all these top names. So yeah, maybe that could be an upset. But the reason I might say it's not an upset is that Jeff Hardy really hasn't done as much lately, and he might be. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, and
he went through a big match with the Big Show too, so he might not be 100%.
I get where you're coming from as well, but the other thing about it is that it's do or die for Drew McIntyre. And wait a minute, Hardy! Big Hurricane Rana, Drew McIntyre in trouble already. And there again, you see, Jeff Hardy has got the momentum in this match.
What is the strategy here for McIntyre?
McIntyre has got to slow Jeff Hardy down. He's got to do like he was kind of doing a couple weeks ago against Evan O'Shea. Use the ring to his advantage. Fight to his strengths. Slow the hot flyer down.
And that's something that Drew McIntyre should have learned from the man he retired a couple months ago in the man named Finlay.
Well, even though Finlay mentored Drew McIntyre, you don't learn everything, or everything your mentor teaches you doesn't carry over. And it certainly hasn't for Drew McIntyre, as he certainly continued to forge his own path.
Look at this. Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
That was quite an impact with that slam, but Hardy continued to fight. Hardy will not give up. He's much like John Cena in a way. If you try to keep him down, he'll still keep coming back and back and back.
Or he's like his brother Matt. He will never die. Jeff Hardy likes to believe he is stronger than death, and this match is very important, Frank Dog. Not only is it...
We gotta cover off his clothesline. We got a 1, we got a 2, and we got a kick out.
Actually, technically, this would be the second round of the King of the Ring tournament, but on Raw, it's our quarterfinal.
That's right, the SmackDown's going to have quarterfinal matches too.
And of course, both of these men looking to get into the Raw semifinals to finally, as soon as they get into the Raw semifinal, from there, they've got to get into the actual King of the Ring semifinals and then the grand final.
But McIntyre taking Jeff Hardy out. Now McIntyre's getting advantage. What is McIntyre doing? He's going up high.
McIntyre looking for something big.
Playing Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful missile drop kick. McIntyre into the cover. 1, 2, could he have him? No, he doesn't.
Taking Jeff Hardy's playbook.
Jeff Hardy should have been ready for it, but Drew McIntyre take nothing away from him. He's very athletic. And like we said earlier, wait a minute, Hardy!
Alley-oop.
Alley-oop facebuster, that could be it. Jeff Hardy into the cover.
1, 2, no.
McIntyre able to get the shoulder up in time. Drew McIntyre is not down yet.
So far this match has been even. Who's going to get the upper hand? Who's going to carry the momentum?
Like McIntyre was going to try to go for the Scott drop.
So far this match has gone back and forth, but that DDT could change the tide.
And a big elbow from Drew McIntyre. I think McIntyre, he's trying to look for the Scott drop or set up the future shock. Oh my goodness!
What a boot. Jeff Hardy could be knocked out after that. Into the cover, 4 into the face. You get it 1, 2, and no. Jeff Hardy again kicks out, showing the resiliency. And another boot.
Drew McIntyre is just taking it to Jeff Hardy right now with those impactful strikes, trying to keep Jeff Hardy down. See, this is what I was talking about, Frank Dog. Slow the high flyer down and play to your strengths.
Uh-oh. Is it time for Dream Street?
Not Dream Street. Future Shock.
My bad.
Got the arms hooked. No. Samoan drop from Jeff Hardy.
And a forearm.
Oh! Wow.
And now Jeff Hardy back in control.
That was a big back fist you just saw there from Jeff Hardy. Kind of like his name was Eddie Kingston. Now Jeff Hardy continuing to play defense and fight off Drew McIntyre. Throwing him in the corner. Hardy.
Wait, Whisper in the wind.
Boom!
That could be the opening for Hardy. Into the cover.
The money.
1, 2, no. McIntyre showing the determination. So then,
showing that. Wait!
Oh, saves a Samoa Joe there.
Big STO-like maneuver out of the corner, and now Hardy, the sit-out suplex.
Into the cover, 1, 2. Many say that McIntyre doesn't have a heart, but he's showing it here.
See, this is what we were talking about. Drew McIntyre refuses to quit. That right there, just that resiliency in a superstar is what determines who can be a main eventer and who can't. Drew McIntyre has a future, ladies and gentlemen. Make no doubt about that.
He's got no. Hardy again countering.
That inverted DDT. Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre very even. Both men still looking for the finish. Scoop slam Jeff Hardy into a drop kick. Nice combination of moves from the charismatic Enigma, and he could be
looking to finish McIntyre off. Twist of fate, no.
Beautiful counter from Drew McIntyre.
And now McIntyre suplex.
I was thinking McIntyre should have taken the opportunity to go for the future shock.
He's trying to soften Hardy up, it looks like.
Drew McIntyre is kind of playing wise after all. Maybe he has learned. Into the cover.
2. No. I mean, Hardy could have countered that future shock into a twist of fate. It would have been over.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I think Drew McIntyre was kind of playing smart there. Take nothing away from him for doing that.
Oh, big forearm.
Now McIntyre, what's he going for here? Oh!
Sick neck breaker.
And now McIntyre signaling this could be the end of the match. McIntyre with the Scott drop.
Face first goes Hardy, and this could be it.
Into the cover.
We got 1, we got 2, and no. Hardy again kicking out. That is unbelievable. Tell you what, though, this match has been downright unbelievable. Anything could happen here.
Absolutely, in the words of Carter, this has been unbelievable. Jeff Hardy, oh no! Looking for that alley-oop facebuster, but with the counter now McIntyre.
Again, McIntyre playing Hardy right in his head. Future shock again.
No! Hardy again counters! Flips him over!
Now Hardy seizes the opening. He sees the moment. Could it be the Hardy time?
Got him! Twist of fate! And that could be it, because after the twist of fate, you know what follows, Frank Dog! Swanton Bomb!
The Swanton hits. And McIntyre could be out cold. This could be it.
Into the cover!
2. And it's over. Jeff Hardy advances to the Raw semifinals.
Absolutely, which in the actual King of the Ring tournament would be the quarterfinals, but on Raw again, semifinals, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is a huge victory for Jeff Hardy, especially since he's wanting to continue the road back to the top to reach immortality.
And to more importantly, get his revenge on The Miz, hopefully, and become the WEDF champion if MVP doesn't beat him to it. Either way, Jeff Hardy looking to become the WEDF champion. His hopes and dreams are still alive as he advances to the semifinals.
Yes, that's right, and Jeff Hardy had to crawl through, just like that's what's going to take to win the King of the Ring tournament. You've got to crawl and fight your way through 31 other hungry opponents. It's not going to be an easy task.
Oh, it's not, and Drew McIntyre certainly didn't make it easy for Jeff Hardy here tonight. Jeff Hardy had to fight and earn every inch of momentum he got. And at one moment, when Drew McIntyre looked to put the match away, Jeff Hardy returned the tide, connected with the twist of fate, got that Swanton Bomb, and that's the reason, there again, Jeff Hardy is probably headed to the top of the pack right now. He's probably a favorite.
Here's Jericho. We aren't too happy about what happened on the past Raw United.
Now, Jericho's fall from grace hasn't been, a pretty sight to see. It's been actually pretty ugly between these two.
It's like what the congregation said, egos.
Now, see, Big Show has a point here. This is exactly what I was talking about when you brought this up, Frank Dog. He threw the chair out on United when he faced Jeff Hardy, when Chris Jericho threw it in. Oh, wow.
Lazy knucklehead. The only one who's lazy is Chris Jericho, because he asked Big Show for not to help him, then he gets mad at him for not helping him.
Yeah, and then he's going to scold him when he tries to help him when Big Show wants to do the right thing instead of taking his help. Chris Jericho likes to think it's all about him right now, and I think it's becoming evidently clear that, if something doesn't happen soon, Jericho will split, and Chris Jericho's not going to like...
boiling point.
Yeah, and Chris Jericho's not going to like the repercussions of what happens when you piss off a sleeping giant.
Especially when you might wake up in a hospital room after getting knocked out.
But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, we've still got a big night ahead of us. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, not this guy. Here we go, it's R-Truth and I'm Super Ronnie. I defeated the almighty John Cena. And Uncle Sting, well, John Cena slapped him upside the face. Now Uncle Sting is pissed.
Frank, are you okay?
I'm just mocking this man, R-Truth. That's just how crazy he is. He's crazy.
Okay, I was just making sure you weren't on some drugs or anything, Just make sure I wouldn't have to call somebody out to get a test on you. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that man you see right there, R-Truth, you gotta talk about how he's in this match here tonight against Goldberg in the King of the Ring tournament. You saw last week, John Cena finally had a chance to get some revenge on R-Truth.
And then controversy.
A lot of controversy. As Truth was going to try to cheat and use the chair to his advantage. He was going to try to throw the match out and use a chair.
Sting intercepted it.
Intercepted it, and then Cena from behind accidentally waffled Sting. And Truth took advantage of it.
tell you what, though, things between Cena and Sting might continue boiling up.
Cold blood? Everybody can see that was an accident.
It was.
Even Cena didn't know what to do about it. He knew what he did and he freaked out. And you go in there and beat him like that. What have you proved, R-Truth? What have you proved?
He did beat John Cena regardless, and we're not hearing the end of it.
Yeah, but you also know if it wasn't for that incident and Cena not being, being off his game because of that, if it wasn't like that...
Well, R-Truth might set it up that way.
Either way it goes, ladies and gentlemen, R-Truth has to face Goldberg here tonight, and you see R-Truth, I think he's getting a little big for his britches, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. He beat John Cena, but up next, he's got to go through Goldberg. And tell you what, Goldberg, he's hungry tonight. I think he's going to be fed. I think he's going to have R-Truth be fed to him for once.
I think R-Truth didn't pay attention to last season. That man right there, Goldberg, had probably one of the best runs of his whole career, if not out of anybody on the WEDF roster last season. The man took the monster Abyss to his very limit, took The Undertaker to his very limit at WrestleMania, won the world title on 2 separate occasions. That definitely has not been a bad year for that man, the myth, the legend known as Bill Goldberg. And I think
that's right. And he was involved in that triple threat that actually had Abyss be involved in his first loss.
His first ever loss, but not his first singles loss.
Yeah, he pinned Dolph Ziggler. So I don't want to talk about Ziggler right now.
But still, R-Truth needs to realize he's facing a different caliber of opponent. Goldberg is possibly the strongest man on the entire roster.
Well, is that really smart of R-Truth to do that? Laughing at Goldberg.
See, he's not taking him seriously. He's going to have to soon because look at Goldberg unleashing hell with those bombs.
You saw what happened when you don't take Goldberg seriously. Sheamus learned that at WrestleMania 1.
7 spears, ladies and gentlemen. As much as we joke about that, I think that match also proved that Goldberg is no joke.
He is not. And now Goldberg's sending a message to Truth. Truth having none of it.
The ring, and Truth's like, I don't want any part of this. And still laughing at everybody.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Truth is still on the run, though. Trying to keep away from him. Truth running the rope. No.
Truth realized he's cornered. He's got to fight Goldberg if he wants to advance.
He has to. He has to somehow defeat Goldberg here in the middle of the ring, and if he doesn't, then he's out of the tournament. As we all know, even though as many jokes as R-Truth makes, there's something inside of every man, all 32 of the men who were in the King of the Ring tournament, something driving them to be not only just the King of the Ring, but potentially be World Heavyweight Champion or WEDF Champion.
Or ECCW Champion if they really lower their standards.
Really? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, back to this match. R-Truth with the advantage.
Look out.
Take nothing away from him. R-Truth does have the advantage over Goldberg in the early stages. Beautiful back suplex on the outside. Wait a minute.
No, Goldberg's too strong.
He was going for truth or consequences, but Goldberg not only too strong, but I just don't think he's weak enough to be hit by that too early.
Well, it's hard to suplex Goldberg when he's really so much stronger than you are.
Wait a minute, Goldberg gets the cover. 2 count. That is a good point to bring up, Frank Dogg. And again, like I said, Goldberg is possibly the strongest man on the whole Monday Night roster, save for, his enemies in Mark Henry and Ezekiel Jackson, but R-Truth throwing caution to the wind regardless.
That was a little low right there.
Yes, it was, but it was off that impactful missile drop kick is how we got there. And there again, the corkscrew neck breaker. Or a running neck breaker, excuse me. That's not a corkscrew. What am I thinking?
And now R-Truth knocking Hulk Hogan with a leg drop.
I think he's also just saying hello to John Cena as well. Oh my goodness! I believe that's called a Mexican stretch buster, ladies and gentlemen, and R-Truth into the cover. Only for 2.
Goldberg's been taking quite a bit of punishment. You don't really see Goldberg getting hit with a move like that so impactful.
Maybe R-Truth is not as crazy as people think.
Oh!
Now, I guess the best way to say it is that, you know, really, in all seriousness, wait a minute.
Wait, go, is he kicking? X kick?
Truth Axe! That's the Truth Axe, ladies and gentlemen, and R-Truth into the cover.
1, 2.
Take nothing away from him, ladies and gentlemen. We do have to remember, oh my goodness, what a spine buster. R-Truth is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, for those of you who follow your TNA history.
He's a former ECCW champion as well, in his own right.
Now Goldberg, following that beautiful butterfly suplex, is looking for the end early.
Jackhammer.
No! Truth with the counter into the neck breaker!
Whoa! I've never seen anyone counter the jackhammer like that before.
You know, Frank, I kind of... Whoa! Lie detector! Out of nowhere! Could he do it? In the cover!
Set. 1, 2, no!
I hate to say this, Frank, but like we saw with Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton those many months ago, and hell, McIntyre and Hardy here tonight, R-Truth is making a believer out of me. Maybe he could beat Goldberg here tonight, just maybe!
And remember on ECCW, he was one that took Batista to the limit.
R-Truth is stronger than people like to give him credit. And I think now that might do it, because now, look, ladies and gentlemen, Goldberg entering that second gear. Kind of like Kurt Angle in a way with the big power slam, but once Goldberg gets rolling, he's very hard to stop.
Can R-Truth find a way to stop Goldberg? Swinging neck breaker. This could be it.
Goldberg into the cover.
1, 2. I mean, once Goldberg gets in that gear, he's like a different animal.
Absolutely. Goldberg looked ready to put that away, but R-Truth not dead yet with that calf kick.
What's R-Truth doing? Whoa. R-Truth going up high. Oh, leg drop.
Looks like he didn't get all of it, though, but he did get a good piece of it.
Well, both men are down.
Wow.
R-Truth got exhausted from fatigue, too.
And a big hip toss from R-Truth. Into the cover again. 1, 2. R-Truth is really amping his game up right here.
He's got to. If he wants to beat Goldberg. Goldberg ran off the ropes. A huge clothesline.
After all, he is coming off a big singles victory to John Cena, but that might not matter to Goldberg, as Goldberg is probably just a few moments away from putting this match to bed.
Remember last season, Goldberg beat John Cena.
Goldberg again with that huge spine buster. Now Goldberg, huge shuffle sidekick, signature Goldberg into the cover. 1,
2, that kick is impactful. Even busted R-Truth open.
It's a kick that also ended the career of Bret the Hitman Hart, but R-Truth into the cover with the roll-up.
2, no, whoa.
Counters.
2, and no, R-Truth kicking out. But oh, the spear.
What the hell? Whoa. Wow, Goldberg using that momentum to his advantage, breaking R-Truth in half with that spear, but Truth is still not dead. He's still not done. He still wants more.
Maybe
Power slam.
He's crazy enough to want more from Goldberg. But I think the beginning of the end is near.
Oh, it is. Goldberg calling for it one more time.
Will second time be the charm?
He's got him hooked.
Oh, that could be. Has a life knocked out of him. Oh, after that, the jackhammer.
Cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Goldberg is advancing to the Raw semifinals. What a hell of a match that was, though. I'm surprised, Frank. I'm honestly surprised. You know, I think a lot of people would have expected Goldberg to get that win with the greatest of ease, to quote Booker T, but he didn't. He had to fight tooth and nail with R-Truth to get that victory here tonight. I'm impressed.
R-Truth showed that he was no easy task. I'm not surprised, though, that R-Truth took Goldberg to the limit. He's done to like the Batista and other people as well. He even took Edge to the limit last season, or season 1, I mean.
You know, this match highlighted two things for me, Frank Dog. The evolution of R-Truth as a wrestler this year. He's had strong performances left and right in the new season. But this also highlights just how strong Goldberg is. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's a perfect example of what happens when you mess with the man, the myth, the legend known as Bill Goldberg. And he's going into the semifinals.
Dan Hardy with a swanton. Wow.
Uh-oh. Look who it is. It's the game, Triple H. Set to take on Bobby Lashley, King of the Ring.
A demonstration?
What's the game talking about? Oh, no!
Oh, no! That's
Come on now.
Kozlov! What the hell is wrong with you, Triple H?
And Kozlov wasn't even doing anything.
Triple H, it's starting a fight for no reason!
Kozlov is completely defenseless.
And it's fair game, too, because Triple H, again, the stipulation doesn't, for the King of the Ring match, it doesn't apply to Vladimir Kozlov. It only applies to Bobby Lashley.
This is why this Triple H is called the Cerebral Assassin for a reason. Come on.
He's just sitting there beating the living hell out of Vladimir Kozlov for no reason.
Why, Triple H? Why? Come on now. This is sick.
Absolutely disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe Triple H is going this far to prove a point. You know, I would not. God, Vladimir Kozlov has been busted wide open. That Red Army blood in him spilling out, no pun intended, but I mean, you know, Frank, the only thing that would make this somewhat a little better is if they were in a match, but right now it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh no.
Oh
God,
no.
no, dear God, no! Oh my God, Jesus!
Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute. No! Frank, I'm getting some word from the back. Triple H is not done!
Oh, come on now, you've done enough.
Our camera's cut away from it, but now look! Triple H dragging out the lifeless carcass of Vladimir Kozlov to the outside!
Come on now, you've done enough. Triple H has done enough here. Come on now. Somebody get some security out here.
Get some help! Because right now, Vladimir Kozlov is absolutely defenseless. Triple H, where does he stop? Where does he stop, ladies and gentlemen? How much is enough?
This is just ruthless. Come on now.
He's taking a while to drag him down, but I mean, Triple H has a point to make, and he's going to make it here tonight, whether you like it or not.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen! I can't believe it. You know, Vladimir Kozlov, take nothing away from him. He's a big, strong, powerful man, and yet Triple H is just manhandling him here tonight.
Kozlov didn't even do anything.
He can't. You know, he's been thrown through a glass.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Come on now! Enough is enough.
No! No! Not the sledgehammer! Oh! God. Just to think Kozlov got back from injury too.
Let's see, he might be back on the injury list. Oh!
Wait! No! Kozlov looked like he was going to try to fight back.
Oh no!
Maybe not for long though, because Triple H is still tearing into him.
I've got nothing to say here. Wait!
Wait! The big man trying to fight back!
Oh no!
Triple H! With that big Arn Anderson style spinebuster and then the DDT. No. This is what happened to Brock Lesnar! Pedigree on the sledgehammer!
That's just sick.
Oh my God.
I think I've gone through.
Wait! Lashley! Coming up! But wait!
Oh, Lashley realizes the stipulation. He can't put his hand under Triple H. He's trying to bounce off the ropes and hit a spear.
Lashley is livid, and yet Triple H is saying, come on, hit me, I dare you. Triple H wants Bobby Lashley to hit him. Now I get it, Frank. Now I get what Triple H was doing.
Set up.
Damn setup all along. Triple H wanted Bobby Lashley to hit him. He wanted to rile him up. He wanted to ruffle his feathers and get Lashley all pissed off.
Can you imagine what's going through Lashley's mind right now? He wants to tear into Triple H so bad, he's got to wait till King of the Ring.
Triple H is taunting him. Just say, go ahead, do it now. Do it at King of the Ring, do it now. I don't care. Let's fight. But Bobby Lashley doesn't want to. He knows he can't. But yet you see him running back and forth. Just the hatred. The hatred between these two is so strong, Frank Dog.
Bobby Lashley is conflicted. He doesn't know what to do.
He can't do anything. And now Bobby Lashley is heading away to the back, and Triple H has the biggest grin on his face.
Look at Lashley. He just seems lost. He knows if it was his way, he would attack Triple H, but he's got to realize that's not the right thing to do.
That's right. You just got to wait till King of the Ring, Bobby. You got to wait. But speaking of not waiting, Frank, we got a big match on our hands.
This is going to be a monster match.
No pun intended. Kane and Mark Henry, rivals collide in the quarterfinals here tonight. Probably the biggest match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Again, no pun intended, but stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it.
Oh, this is going to be big.
Absolutely. And just look at the size of him, Frank Dog. The world's strongest monster, as he likes to call himself, Mark Henry. Ice water clearly runs through his veins, and the man is just so strong. The man is so intimidating. The man likes to call himself the Silverback. That man is half the reason why the monster Abyss is no longer with us.
Well, that's thanks to Mark Henry's Hall of Fame partner, Ezekiel Jackson, coming out of nowhere in that steel cage.
like I said, half the reason Ezekiel Jackson is the other half. And speaking of the other half, Kane faced Ezekiel Jackson last week on Raw and beat him in the middle of the ring. And Mark Henry tonight
I'll tell you what, though.
Kane.
I'll tell you what, though. The winner awaits Goldberg in the next round.
That's going to be a big match nonetheless.
Mark Henry is ready.
You also know, Frank Dog, for Kane right now, it's about revenge.
Want to get revenge for Hall of Fame taking out his brother, and here we go, Hellfire and Brimstone.
Not to mention, Frank Dog, for weeks after they took out Abyss, the Hall of Fame made Kane a target, all because Kane decided to stand up for his brother. Kane decided to stand up for him, and the Hall of Fame said, you know what, you're next on the list, your ass is ours.
Then Kane recruited Goldberg.
Kane found some help.
Realized that he couldn't take them out on his own. He had to find some help.
That's right. And two is better than one, as they always say. Kane and Goldberg as a united force. Two of the strongest men we've got on the roster. Facing two of the other strongest men we've got. It's definitely probably a match everyone has been wanting to see if it ever happens, but it might not tonight because we might not have to see it. Maybe Kane defeat Mark Henry here tonight, finally gain his vengeance, and end the Hall of Fame here tonight.
That's a huge task. If there's anyone up to it besides Abyss, it is Kane.
You know, there is a tall order waiting. Kane right here if he wants to defeat Mark Henry.
Take right here. And look at Mark Henry.
Just pushing Kane away. And Kane is no small man, ladies and gentlemen, so when you see Mark Henry doing that, you know exactly how strong this man is. Let's not
play each other so well considering their battles in 2007.
Let's also not forget that when Mark Henry officially opened the Hall of Fame for business, look at him now, Frank. What is he? 3-0 against Abyss in singles action?
That's right. Abyss just hasn't been able to get the upper hand of Mark Henry.
And look at it now, Abyss is gone. But Kane
is the most dangerous man on the roster.
That's right, but Kane has a chance to avenge all of that here tonight if he can defeat Mark Henry and send him out of the King of the Ring tournament.
And now Kane, clothesline, can't knock Mark Henry down.
Still can't knock him down. Mark Henry is just not going to do it. He's not going to budge.
Oh, that
one got him. Third time's the charm. Kane coming at him like a house of fire. Kane knows what this match is about. Mark Henry knows what this match is about. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing a... What's the best way to say it? It's like a human car crash. It's car crash after car crash after car crash. It's a demolition derby here tonight between these two.
It's a monster human show instead of like monster truck show.
It's a monster get out show, to be honest with you. But anyway, Kane, Henry, both men still trading bombs. If Kane's match last week with Ezekiel Jackson was any indication of what this would be like, this could get uglier than that in a hurry.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt in my mind it will. And Mark Henry again overpowering Kane with a belly-to-belly.
Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Just the power of both of these men, it's unbelievable. But Mark Henry with the Irish whip into the clothesline of his own.
Usually, Kane's moves will knock any man down, but it's hard to knock Mark Henry down. What is the strategy to take down Mark Henry?
I don't know. I absolutely can't tell you that right now, Frank, because, you know, Mark Henry is looking to be stronger than Abyss was. I hate to say it, but right now it seems true. And you remember how strong Abyss was and how hard it was for everybody to take on him. But now Mark Henry showing him up, having his number, and putting him out of business.
Well, not to mention Mark Henry's temporary taking out the likes of Goldberg and Undertaker. He's beating down on Smokey.
and John Cena and Kane
And Rey Mysterio and Dolph Ziggler.
Kozlov. I mean, the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Henry is on a path of destruction, and nobody can stop him.
I mean, if I'm Miz or MVP or the King of the Ring winner after, well, maybe Mark Henry wins King of the Ring.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Uh-oh.
Kane looked like he was going to go for his signature clothesline, but Mark Henry had that too well scouted, rolling to the outside. But I think if you're in the King of the Ring tournament, all eyes have to be on Mark Henry if you're on the Raw side of the bracket.
Well, SmackDown's got to keep watching them, too. Imagine Mark Henry in the finals. Oh, no. The referee got involved.
Referee accidentally got taken down, but that's not stopping Kane and Mark Henry from dropping bombs and trading shots and going blow for blow with each other.
Now Mark Henry, oh, big right hand.
Big elbow. Going for it again. No, Kane ducks under it. Kane looking for choke slam. No, Mark Henry. DDT counter.
Oh, no. Looks like Mark Henry looking for the world's strongest slam. Is that Kane up? No, Kane.
He rolls out of it.
Oh, the power.
Big backbreaker of his own there. Wow. I mean, you know, you knew this match was going to be rough and intense and personal. But I still don't have any words for that counter. But Mark Henry with the Canadian backbreaker.
Into the cover, forward to the face. 1, 2, and no. So far this match has been evenly contested.
Neither of these men are really budging in terms of momentum. It's back and forth right now. Not to mention, you know, even though it's a lot slower, it looks like they're trying to feel each other. It looks like both of these men acknowledge each other's strength, Frank.
Uh-oh, Kane up high. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Oh,
beautiful diving clothesline from Kane to the cover. 1, 2.
And he got Mark Henry down. You've got to continue. Don't let up on Mark Henry.
You can't. No, I think you're Kane. You're the more athletic man in the match. But Mark Henry into the big splash cover. 1, 2.
But don't underestimate the agility of Mark Henry.
I don't. But I think Kane is more. You know, I think Kane is just the more agile man. Use that to your advantage, like you are right now, with the snapmare drop kick combination.
Uh-oh. Looks like Kane's about to send Mark Henry to hell.
Could he get the vengeance he's been questing for, ladies and gentlemen? Chokeslam! No! Mark Henry does not budge!
Oh no, this is not looking good for Kane. Oh no. Oh no!
That strong Irish whip, and now Mark Henry into the gorilla press.
That's 330 pounds he just lifted over his head.
Big gorilla press slam from Mark Henry. Mark Henry, I think, got a little confused there, but no! Now is completely aware of where Kane is with that big clothesline and just continuing to beat the tar out of him.
This is not looking good for Kane at all.
This is looking bad, and a big splash on there, and another one! Mark Henry using his weight to his advantage, just squashing Kane like a bug.
I mean, this match was so evenly contested. Now Mark Henry just, like this, is making this like a one-sided affair. Kane is completely defenseless.
I think Mark Henry is now just doing like I've said before with many superstars, shifting into that second gear.
And this is the motive Mark Henry showed prior to WrestleMania 2.
Now Mark Henry, those big knees to the gut of Kane, and I can't believe I'm saying this, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, what's Mark Henry doing here? Oh my goodness!
He pulls him nearly half the ring.
And Kane's like 300 pounds! That's no light man to be tossing like that! But Mark Henry has no compassion. He doesn't care. He's ready to beat the hell out of Kane and end it. World's strongest slam.
The WSS.
Just feel, it seemed like Mark Henry was toying with him all along.
Oh, come on, now not another one.
Inflicting punishment.
Oh, this is not needed. Come on now. It's too much insult to injury, and Kane is done.
It's not even insult to injury, I think, Frank. I think there's more to it than insult to injury. There's Mark Henry wanting to make a statement. Not just to Kane, not just to Abyss, not just to Goldberg, to everybody in the King of the Ring tournament. Because remember, everybody wants to be the King of the Ring. Everybody wants to have a shot to be the World Heavyweight Champion or the WEDF Champion. You know, and I think Mark Henry was just punishing Kane to show everybody on the roster that he is not a man to be fooled with.
And tell you what, though, the entire Raw and SmackDown locker room better be put on notice. Goldberg might be the last chance to put down Mark Henry.
He would be the last good chance we have. Wait a minute.
Oh, no. Come on now.
This, come on! Not this! Not this! This isn't needed! Come on, man! This isn't needed! What are you doing? Come on!
What is enough? What is enough? What is enough?
This is... Frank? I hate to say it, but it looks like Mark Henry is trying to induct Kane into the Hall of Pain for good.
Was what he did to Abyss. Oh!
Just beating the mess out of him with any kind of weapon he can get his hands on.
Gotta make sure that he joins his brother in the hospital room in the Hall of Pain. Oh!
Get him out of the WEDF for good. And Mark Henry throwing him into the crowd out of sheer disrespect. And Kane just struggling to his feet. These fans trying to will him on. But I don't think it's going to do any good. Henry grabbing that guitar. El Kabong making a big statement. God, I mean, you know, I don't understand, Frank. I don't understand. I can't. You know, you would think a lot of times I've seen The Miz beating the hell out of other guys that I would be used to this, but
this is much 10 times worse than what Miz has done.
Oh yes, but at the same time, it's still scary. It's still sickening. I just don't understand where these guys get off thinking this proves a point.
It doesn't.
These guys are wrestlers. This is their job. This is their life. This is something they have
sacrificed. They're trying to end other people's careers. Over.
Yes, you know, this is years. This is
bullied or not getting title shots.
This is years of busting your ass on the independents to even come to the WEDF, to come to the biggest league in all of college, you know, for this. To have someone like
no. Please, no. Oh, on the chair.
Kane is already out of it. Just end it. Just end it.
Come on. Wait a minute. About time.
Help is on the way. The cavalry is on the way. Goldberg is coming.
But where is he?
What?
Where is Goldberg?
Oh no. Mark Henry. Things are getting worse. He's setting a table up and it's on fire! But wait! There's why!
Goldberg was making his way to the ring!
And now it seems like he's been intercepted by Ezekiel Jackson!
Oh no! Mark Henry has a flaming table set up!
That's not good. Please, no. Please, dear God, no. Dear God, no! No! Don't do this! Don't do this! Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus Christ! That's a 300-pound man you just put through a flaming table!
I tell you what, though.
Pain! For good!
That is right. It looks like Kane could be done for good.
Message received, ladies and gentlemen.
He's smiling about it. He's smiling about it.
Can anybody stop this freak of nature?
I don't think anyone can. Oh no. Remember the rivalry between Eichorn and Shelton Benjamin that's bowled over since ECCW's CPV. Lucky. Still gonna try to be a voice of reason here.
You know, the Chief of Staff knows what's on the line when it comes to Layfield Inc., ladies and gentlemen. You know, Matt Eichorn is the last man of Layfield Inc. in this tournament. Everybody here in Layfield Inc. in their office, you know.
Eichorn says he won't let JBL down.
They're all hyped. JBL says he expects $1 million worth of results. He put a lot of money into this cabinet, and, you know, he's...
Oh, no. There's the Miz. Discussing business.
JBL's happy to discuss business with Miz, and... Oh, whoa. What is that all about? Maybe Miz is showing off a game plan he came up with on his iPhone?
Or something. And look at this, Shelton Benjamin and DiBiase backstage. Remember, Shelton Benjamin and Christian helped head DiBiase from that beatdown that Layfield Inc. was giving last week.
Yeah, but you also know, Frank, this is also a big match here. You know, I think everybody feels the air, even though after a big terrifying incident like we've just seen, and I certainly hope it's not the end of Kane, ladies and gentlemen, but everybody knows tensions are running high. Tensions are thick between Matt Eichorn and Shelton Benjamin. Remember what I said about the last match being the biggest match of the night? This might be the actual one. This might be giving it a run for its money. You know what to expect when Matt Eichorn and Shelton Benjamin meet in the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Shelton Benjamin says he's got their game plan every single time he's facing Matt Eichorn.
Yeah, you know, Shelton Benjamin acknowledges the fact that Matt Eichorn is no easy opponent, especially when Matt Eichorn has been the most successful and probably longest reigning United States champion in all WEDF history, and Shelton Benjamin realizes that. Shelton Benjamin has made it clear, you know, Matt Eichorn's not going to be an easy opponent. This is going to be an uphill battle all the way through for the gold standard. This is probably the most important match of the night, ladies and gentlemen, for both Shelton Benjamin and for Matt Eichorn.
The rivalry could be ending here tonight, and it's in the biggest match of their two careers.
Two of the most athletic and underrated superstars face off up next. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
And Shelton Benjamin is a gold digger. What would happen if he could cash in on the gold and win King of the Ring tournament?
You know, Frank, I was going to say something before you brought that up. I was going to say about how Shelton's career in WEDF has always been, you know, about, I wouldn't say exactly overcoming adversity, but let's put it like this. We remember many months ago when Shelton Benjamin won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then lost it.
It's been years ago.
It's been years of struggle for Shelton Benjamin. He's been scratching, he's been clawing, he's been trying to fight his way to the top. But every time he's ever gotten close, there have been roadblocks getting in his way, and none stands to be the biggest roadblock in Shelton's path right now, none other than the un-Hawaiian Hawaiian, the Chief of Staff of Layfield Incorporated, Matt Eichorn.
And Matt Eichorn, he's no easy task. But I tell you what though, Shelton Benjamin has to be like people similar to the size of Matt Eichorn, including Eichorn himself, and Mick Foley during the time he had Money in the Bank contract.
That's right. So I mean, both of these men, like I said, highly underrated, very athletic, very diverse in what they do. Of course, Frank, I know Matt Eichorn personally. I had to step over to the side before the show and talk to him a little bit. He's all business tonight, Frank. He knows what this match is about. The fun-loving Matt Eichorn we usually know, that's not here tonight. That's not him. Tonight,
He hasn't been here ever since he turned his back on the fans early this season.
He hasn't really been the same kind of guy.
Since he lost at Slammy to Zack Ryder.
He has been in flashes the same guy off camera, but when it comes to actually being in the arena, there's a different switch in him. There's a different motivation. Matt Eichorn has a rhyme and a reason for everything he does. And tonight, his biggest rhyme and reason, the biggest reason he wants to be the king of the ring is because he feels like it's his time to be the WEDF champion.
These two trading right hands. These two know each other so well. This match could go either way.
Absolutely.
Shelton Benjamin, I believe, has won 2 straight matches of Eichorn. Oh, Shelton Benjamin showing his quickness there.
Shelton has won 2 straight matches over Matt Eichorn. So both of these men, they've been trying to one-up each other. Every match between these two is always different than the other. Because it never goes the same way. It never ends the same way. They might do some of the same sequences, but there's always a different hook to it.
These two have tremendous chemistry with each other. Oh, Dragon Whip kick. There's vintage Shelton Benjamin. And now reverse Irish whip by Eichorn. Eichorn going for a spine, but Shelton Benjamin showing the quickness. Shelton Benjamin has the momentum right now.
Spinning heel kick from Shelton Benjamin, and now Matt Eichorn trying to go to the outside, but Shelton still taking the fight to him with that vaulting crossbody.
Hey, what? Shelton Benjamin's motivated, but Eichorn, just like that, shoving Shelton and Benjamin away. That must have made Eichorn mad.
Eichorn's mad, but I wouldn't say he's mad. I'd just say he's motivated tonight. Oh!
Shelton Benjamin shows some motivation right there by going right after Eichorn. But
big
Homer turned the tide.
Matt Eichorn, ladies and gentlemen, we joke with him, we call him Homer. Like I said, he's all business. He knows what this is about. Shelton knows what this is about. None of these men are going easy on each other as Shelton connects with the big German suplex, following up with that calf kick into the cover.
That was a stiff kick right there. These two very stiff with each other. There's so much hatred that's been growing between these two.
Not just hatred, but determination. Oh my goodness, big exploder suplex.
And now Eichorn with a chop.
The Chief of Staff just tearing into Shelton Benjamin with those big chops.
Oh, he went for a drop kick, but Shelton Benjamin called him. That's the first I've seen that happen.
Eichorn has done that before. He's athletic, agile, and he has a lot of mobility for a man his size. He's capable of doing those things. And now Benjamin!
Oh, wow!
Springboard blockbuster, and now into the cover. One, two, no!
And that targets the neck of Matt Eichorn. A big round neck of his.
Absolutely. Well, Shelton, you've got to go for the legs of the big man, I think. Got to cut those big tree limbs away from Matt Eichorn. Take away not only his mobility, but, most of the strength out of his legs.
Eichorn very powerful and now going for a scoop slam after the hard Irish whip.
And now into the big slash. Into the cover.
One, two, and we got a kick out.
Shelton throwing his shoulder up. He's already hurt. Matt Eichorn has done damage early. But Shelton not going down without a fight. And the T-bone suplex! Cover!
That took a lot of strength to do. 2, no. And now Shelton Benjamin, oh!
Big springboard roundhouse. And now Shelton, could he be looking for pay dirt?
No.
No!
Too early.
Northern Light suplex! With the bridge, 1, 2, no!
No. Shelton Benjamin realized it was too early.
He knows Matt Eichorn very well, and he knows it's going to take a lot more to finish him off.
Another skinny heel kick.
Shelton also knows that he has to bring his A game.
Oh! Springboard tornado DDT.
And that A game is exactly what he's bringing right now as Shelton goes into the cover following that maneuver. 1, 2. So not enough to put on Hawaiian away.
Tell you what, oh! Shelton Benjamin might be Eichorn's biggest rival. Vice versa.
Absolutely, because, you know, oh my goodness, what a fall-away slam, almost in tribute to the chairman of Layfield Inc. But, both of these men, of course, have to consider each other their biggest rival because it's always a competitive, you know, heated match between these two. And Eichorn, though, oh, with that running hip thrust. It's always a big personal match.
Whoa. Oh, again.
Hitting him below the belts. Biggest rivals, of course, indeed, though, because it's just so personal. It's heated, and both of these men always have a competitive match into the STO with the cover.
1, 2, no.
They bring the best out of each other, and vice versa, Frank Dogg. And I think you, Carter, and everybody else who sat ringside to watch him can attest to that.
And now Matt Eichorn with some punches. An elbow.
Big elbow from Matt Eichorn. Side headlock again. Another big elbow. No, ducking underneath. And a big spinning heel kick again from Shelton Benjamin.
That could be the opening Shelton Benjamin needs.
And Shelton Benjamin getting the full effect of that calf kick unlike earlier.
And he changed the momentum. Irish whip, sending Eichorn. No!
Eichorn using his strength to simply push Shelton down and stop his momentum, but now Benjamin! Roll up! And 2! No!
That could have been it just like that.
Remember, that's how their last match ended, Frank Dogg. Shelton Benjamin got lucky and rolled him up.
And now sending Shelton Benjamin's head in the turnbuckle. Benjamin countering.
Fortunately, that turnbuckle was covered. Now the side headlock again, Matt Eichorn. Oh, come on.
Eichorn with shin kicks.
This is absolutely disrespectful. You know the reason he's doing that. Now Matt Eichorn dancing about it, showing off.
And now a drop kick.
Told you he could do that, ladies and gentlemen. Into the cover.
1, 2, no.
Again, though, it's still going to take more than that to put Shelton Benjamin away. Matt Eichorn, though, both of these men just trading back and forth.
The submission move. The crossface. Or he calls it the fat lock. The fat face, or whatever you want to call it.
The fat lock probably is what he would call it. That sounds like Homer to do that. But a crossface nonetheless applied. Shelton Benjamin trying to crawl to the ropes.
No, he rolls him over. And a super kick.
Turning the momentum around. Shelton pulling him away from the ropes. Into the cover. Have him 1, 2, no!
That crossface take out of Shelton Benjamin.
And now Matt Eichorn with the headlock takeover. Tearing into Shelton Benjamin. Beating the tar out of him with those hard rights. And now Benjamin with the uppercut.
This is match of the night, I think.
I think so. Like I said, biggest match of the night, the most personal, the most hard-hitting. I think everybody, you know, even if they didn't want to see this, they're standing attention and watching now. Another one.
2. And
I-Cor counters it. 1, 2.
no.
Eichorn learned from earlier and used his weight to roll around, took advantage of Shelton, and now Eichorn has that bicycle kick.
Okay.
Looking for the kill shot. No.
No.
Well, he was going to go for the kill shot. Tried to twist the fat. Shelton Benjamin had it well scouted. And now Benjamin. No. Eichorn reversed that. Looked like Benjamin was taking Peter. Wait, slow package. 1, 2. No. 1, 2. Oh my God.
And Eichorn from behind.
Wow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just amazed. The intensity all of these men in the King of the Ring tournament are bringing. But now Matt Eichorn setting like a bulldozer, ready to run over Shelton Benjamin.
Benjamin can be knocked out. This has got to be it.
He's out. It's done. A lot of people are thinking so, but wait, Matt Eichorn going up high.
This is not characteristic.
Oh, no! Eichorn looked like he was going for a clothesline, but Benjamin!
Really trying to go for a clothesline from hell from the top rope.
Big forearm! I think Eichorn was trying to go for a high-risk maneuver that would put it into everything, but Shelton Benjamin with the super kick into the cover! 1, 2, and it's still not enough!
Wait, too slow with that counter. Eichorn this time he catches him.
Got him on the spine buster. And now Eichorn. What's he thinking here, ladies and gentlemen? Could it be the end? No! Benjamin with another counter. And an uppercut. Benjamin, no! Matt Eichorn with the counter and the Samoan drop!
Tell you what though, this match is making me speechless. Into another cover. 1, 2. But what's it going to take to put one of these men away?
Like I said, Frank, though, the intense rivalry between these two cannot be questioned as Matt Eichorn connects with the hammerlock scoop slam. The heart of these two goes without question. They're giving it their all.
And Shelton Benjamin springboard.
They both want it to be the king of the room.
Oh, Shelton Benjamin. They can end Mike Eichorn right now with the pay dirt. Is it time? Pay no!
What? Oh my God!
He called him in midair.
With a choke slam! And that could be it! The perfect setup for the kill shot! Into the cover! 1, 2, 3! Whoa!
That was unbelievable.
Wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! Did I just see that? Did I just see that?
You did?
Ladies and gentlemen, split seconds away from winning the match. Shelton Benjamin going for pay dirt until Matt Eichorn caught him with that choke slam in mid-air, threw him down, and then dozed him with a kill shot that sent Shelton Benjamin packing.
Wow.
The way it stands. Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Eichorn deserves this victory here tonight. He moves on to the Raw semifinals. He's facing the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy, the biggest test of his career. And he just defeated Shelton Benjamin here tonight. Let's not focus on next week with this man just yet. Let him celebrate tonight. The man deserves a beer. Somebody buy him a beer.
He's going to be partying tonight. That's for sure. Maybe a lot of sex celebrations.
Tonight. This tournament is still not over. As you see, we are now at the Raw semifinals, and we're all complete.
I want to plug SmackDown real fast. The next episode of SmackDown, Kurt Angle and versus Del Rio will take place, as well as Sheamus and Orton. Then on United, Ziggler and Kofi Kingston will take place, as well as Cody Rhodes and Evan Bourne. Don't miss SmackDown.
And United. Definitely some big developments that are going to take place on SmackDown. But as for Raw, our semifinal is set. You're not going to want to miss two very huge matches, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Hardy versus Matt Eichorn, and the big one, Goldberg versus Mark Henry. And of course on United, just confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Eichorn and Mark Henry team up against Jeff Hardy and Goldberg. It's the Battle of the Raw semifinalists.
Backstage, here we are with Christian and MVP talking strategy for the main event.
Everybody is getting set to go, ladies and gentlemen. The big fight of the night is just a few moments away. Nobody's going to want to miss this. So much on the line for the number one contender.
Momentum is the key. That's what's on the line here. That's the main one.
Number one contender MVP and United States champion Christian take on the chairman of Layfield Incorporated, John Bradshaw Layfield, and the WEDF champion, The Miz. That's going to be a hellacious main event coming up next, ladies and gentlemen.
One hell of a main event coming up after this commercial break.
I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait. Wait a minute!
Uh-oh.
What is this about? And to think we've gone the whole night without seeing them. I saw them last week. I was relieved when they weren't on the show. And just when I go to thinking, hey, where are they? There they are.
And the Dream Team coming out to a chorus of boos here.
Nobody in this arena likes AJ Styles or Zack Starr. And honestly, who can after the actions they had last week?
Well, they claim it's a shame, it's travesty that they're having to face these dinosaurs, as they call them, not battle for the WEDF Championship.
Absolutely,
And these two started pairing up after their rivalries with John Morrison and Jeff Hardy.
And they decided, hey, it might be better for our future if we go ahead and team up. Zack Starr, of course, never privy to it, but seems to have gotten along with AJ Styles so far, and both of these men really just having a lot of frustrations with the anonymous Raw General Manager and with everybody on the roster in general. They're getting sick and tired of being ignored, sick and tired of being left on United. They want to be on the
United. I can say there's going to be repercussions here.
Whoa. That's a big claim to make, Zach. I hadn't heard anything like that.
I haven't heard any rumors either. Maybe because Rob Van Dam and Booker T beat y'all in singles competition. Maybe that's why you're not on the show.
I have to make a quote here to Zack Starr and AJ Styles. If you don't like it, why don't you leave? Now both these men are still out here complaining and whining. And wait a minute!
Well, here comes the cavalry. I think Booker T and Rob Van Dam have heard enough. Shutting up the Dream Team.
I think, AJ Styles and Zack Starr were also trying to protest, saying we're not going to leave until we speak our minds. Booker T and Rob Van Dam don't care.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our main event after this. we go. It is time for our main event here on Raw. And here comes the WEDF champion, The Miz. And this match, the tag match was set up earlier tonight. I know it was Raw General Manager. It looked like a fight was about to brew between these four. And I tell you, this is going to be one blockbuster of a main event. The Miz and JBL teaming up against the United States Champion Christian and the #1 contender for the Men's WEDF Championship, MVP, who defeated The Miz last time on Raw. MVP shocked the world. And here comes the chairman of Blayfield Inc. Here's John Bradshaw Blayfield sporting the American colors. If you ask me, JBL is an American fraud. Not an American hero, an American fraud. I mean, Americans should be treating so-called things and beating down on the so-called non-Americans as they call Mojo. America is a place where you have opportunity, a place where you have the freedom, the right of speech.
Absolutely. You know, JBL wants to sit here, and he has the right to think what he wants, but I don't think he has any right accusing anybody of being illegal, any right to think, you know, everybody's going to bend over for him and kiss his ass and do all this and do all that. And Christian even laid it out right there. He'd be disappointed to be an American, ashamed if JBL was what all the people would think as a true American hero.
And here comes Christian. The Peeps are on their feet for the United States champion. I tell you what though, over the past couple of months, after Christian's losing streak, he's proved to me that those wins were no fluke. It just seemed like Christian had that waning confidence, but he seemed to gain it back after winning the championship at Night of Champions.
Absolutely. You know, Christian made the best of a bad situation. He finally, you know, realized to himself, I can't be sitting here whining and moping about this losing streak. I've got to do something about it to get off this bad break. We go to Night of Champions. Christian wins in a tables, ladders, and chairs match, his signature match, to become the United States champion. And in that rebellion, he silenced the doubters. He proved he deserved to be United States champion and retained the title after a great three-way dance we saw between him, Matt Eichorn, and Shelton Benjamin. Props to him. But it seems like the challengers don't stop for Christian. He's got JBL on his case now, and JBL is looking to do the right thing for America. And speaking of challengers, here comes the #1 contender to MVP, or not MVP, what the fuck? Mrs.
MVP's #1 contender to MVP's title.
Yes, it's like Matt Eichorn facing Matt Eichorn for the TV time.
I can see what you did there.
Yes. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, MVP, the #1 contender to the Miz's WEDF Championship, confirmed as of last week, when of course he defeated the Miz in the middle of the ring. And I've got to say, lately, speaking about doing something and making a change, MVP has certainly done that. Listen to how the fans are giving him a standing ovation.
Fans really forgave an MVP. I mean, all it took is one apology.
MVP, you know, he came out, he apologized, he showed overwhelming maturity after many months of, you know, being inactive in WEDF. You know, he even said it.
He even ran away from his fight as United States champion.
Yeah, that's right. You know, he also even said he was going on strike, and when he did that, he realized he made the dumbest mistake of his life. He went broke almost in Miami, so he had to spend his money to go over to Japan, learn some respect, get a new sense of how his life should be and how he should treat himself as a competitor, and he really grew up.
I mean, he hit rock bottom, and he realized there are bigger things in life than that. You're lucky to be in this spot.
Yeah, you know, he was lucky to have a chance to be on the biggest stage of them all, but now, you know...
Imagine JBL losing all of his money off
That would be a big hit, and you know, even though that seems unlikely, just because JBL, for all the you know, things he's done and things he says, he is a smart businessman. But you know, I think he needs something similar to that if he's ever...
In the ring we have Christian and The Miz. Last time we saw these two in the ring at the same time is that 6-man tag where The Miz walked out on John Cena and Stone Cold.
Wrong.
Wrong?
You forget lashing back.
Alright. Well, one of the last times.
Challenge.
One of the last times then.
It was at a 6-pack challenge at Lashing Back for the WEDF Championship. You know, Christian didn't have as much luck in that match as he did, as Miz did. You know, Miz made it to the final 2, but he still didn't win the match. And that's how we are where we are today. But hey, you know what's the funny thing about it, Frank Dog? Both of these men are champions ever since then. Funny how time flies, huh?
I know. The Miz holds the richest prize in the company.
Absolutely. Now MVP, though, in the ring with The Miz. MVP, of course, with the chance to take that prize away from The Miz.
Here with 2 clotheslines. It just seems like Miz really didn't expect MVP, and he's got to find a way to turn that around.
Of course, you know, MVP has sharpened up on his wrestling wits from Japan, because, you know, as many people have attested to, going to Japan makes you a better wrestler. There's no question about that, but as it stands right now,
cheap shot right there.
Singling out MVP there with the double teamwork, and now JBL says he wants a piece of that frog.
I mean, after all, JBL, remember, he was praising MVP on SmackDown 2006.
That's right. You know, because MVP back then, he was making all the right moves, at least in JBL's mind.
Being the richest free agent in SmackDown history.
That's right.
Maybe JBL holds a little disappointment that MVP decided maybe he could have joined Layfield Inc.
You know, JBL thinks he should have. JBL, wait a minute, into the cover though. One, I think JBL's kind of like Miz in a way, where, you know, he's like, you're mad at these people, and now you want to apologize and sell yourself out to them. That's what I think it feels like with them. They feel like he's sold out, when I and you and I think everybody else in the WEDF universe would say that's not the case.
Well, it's not. MVP hit rock bottom. He realized, hey, I'm lucky and real fortunate that I have this job.
Now with the tag and the Christian, you know that's who JBL really wants a piece of, though. And Christian, that missile drop kick the first time. JBL a little dazed from it and confused. Christian got it that second time. Only got a 2 count, though. I gotta say, though, if you're JBL and you want to prove yourself as the American hero and you want to become the American kind of champion, and Christian holds that belt, of course, Christian down for it. You know, do you think, I don't know how to put it. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Let's just continue on.
Well, basically, we got a main event here, and look at this double team, like Christian and MVP working well as a cohesive unit.
Sidewalk slam, inverted DDT combination that was.
Oh, we've seen this before. The referee not counting MVP's covers. But look like Miz was distracting the referee there.
That's what it probably was, you know, because the referee gets distracted from rowdy partners shouting and trying to get their way.
Referee should just do his job, call it, just ignore Miz on that apron.
Now let's not ignore about that, though. Let's not talk about that. Let's get to the match. That's where you see the Mizery from the WEDF champion into the cover.
And now Christian distracting the ref.
Again, referee just doesn't know what to do.
Missing that clothesline wildly. Miz doesn't know what to do.
But MVP with that Northern Light suplex in with the bridge. 1, 2, oh! Miz gets the shoulder up. MVP kind of getting distracted there a little bit, and it works.
Another cheap shot.
The distraction works, though, turning the tide back in Miz's favor.
That dangerous DDT, that busted MVP open.
I have to say, though, it does seem like Miz is kind of right about how he said, you know, King of the Ring would be a different ball game. He seems to have learned from last week and is applying what he learned here tonight against MVP.
MVP's actually busted open. And they continue attacking MVP's head.
Can't see it real well, though, because of that headband MVP wears.
Just continue these shots on MVP. MVP's being isolated. Like it or not, they're using strategy.
Seems like JBL and Miz have come in with a game plan. And it's not surprising, though, considering that both of these men are multiple tag team champions. Very experienced at what they do.
And here comes the Miz, the man who took out Vince McMahon, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold.
And you!
Don't bring that up.
I'm trying not to, but still. DDT from the Miz. And MVP looks seriously out of it now. Into the cover. 1, 2, up.
MVP's got to get an opening.
Into the small peg. Can catch him. Right up Miz with the counter. And Christian quickly breaking it up though.
Just like that. Miz turning the tide and regained the momentum. Huge clothesline in the corner.
Things not going MVP's way tonight. JBL and The Miz have come in with a game plan. They have isolated the #1 contender.
The big boost.
Cover.
1, and Christian again breaking it up. Christian is dying for a tag.
That's right. Christian trying to get in, but you know, JBL and Miz, again, that game plan working to full effect. They're getting Christian all riled up and keeping him as far away from MVP as possible.
Running heads into Christian, who accidentally ran into an Irish whip that MVP was whipped into.
It works better for JBL and Miz though, but MVP, check it out, trying to fight back, trying to turn this match around.
This could be opening.
Tag mate Christian. Down goes JBL all the ready for it. JBL was ready for that hot tag. And he should have been, you know, considering his years with the APA.
Tag team legend. Remember, the APA were tag team champions in WEDF at one point.
That's correct. Now Christian trying the Irish whip. JBL with the counter, overpowering him. Running shoulder thrust in the corner. JBL as the self-proclaimed wrestling god trying to make a point off the United States champion here tonight. But Christian not going down without a fight. Countering with that neck breaker.
JBL back elbows. Is it time to set for the clothesline from hell? No, Christian. Kirk and Ronda into cover. 1, 2, and Miz breaking it up.
That counter was a work of art you saw there, Frank. Nicely done from Christian.
Pandemonium down the ring. And now Christian, look at this. Sidewalk slam.
Beautifully done from Christian there. Now Christian with the Chris-O-Matic into the cover. 1, 2.
The nose. Looks like all hell's breaking loose now between these four competitors.
MVP and Miz now battling it out in the ring. Referee cannot keep the match under control much longer. MVP to the outside. And now Christian trying to get Miz to the outside.
There goes Miz.
But wait, JBL from behind. Clothesline from hell!
This is it. MVP and Miz fighting on the outside for it, and JBL picking up the scratch.
You know, that's what happened there. Christian didn't realize what was going on. He got distracted after throwing Miz out. That left JBL with a perfect opportunity to set up for the clothesline from hell.
Like it or not, JBL stands tall over Christian, and this could warrant the anonymous Raw general manager to give JBL a possible United States Championship match.
I mean, that's what it's going to do. If JBL needed any leeway, of course, Christian earlier tonight said, "You want a challenge? I've got it. Bring it." And JBL has brought it, and he has pinned the United States champion, heading into King of the Ring.
Anyways, we'll see you on SmackDown for more King of the Ring. Good night.
Also butts.